the whole reason for and everything that underpins what I do in mental health research, advocacy, science communication, leadership, service is because of my own lived experience and survivorship for 29 years. My very intensely long, disturbingly painful story of misdiagnosis, debilitation, lack of access to treatment, suicidality, and my many severe diagnoses in concert with deeply traumatic events. I was in a cult, almost died of cancer when I was 22, lived through extreme physical, sexual, emotional, all kinds of abuse, being neurodivergent, a child of immigrants. There's a lot packed in there, just scratching the surface, but I have had a very long, twisted journey in life of getting here. That entire experience that continues to be ongoing because I live with severe and serious mental illnesses that I'm in recovery for and I'm intensely in treatment for. All those experiences shape and drive what I do. My survivorship and lived experience gave me extreme firsthand insight into the horrific reality of living with such misunderstood, severe, disabling mental illnesses. Once I went through evidence-based treatment 25 years too late, and after seeing 22 clinicians, it's a wild story. That complete and utter transformation of my functioning from going from being fully housebound, unable to work, attempting on my life many, many times, being completely and utterly suicidal, dysfunctional, a college dropout, just so much that had happened to me, and my life was completely at rock bottom many times. From there to engage with treatment that worked, to engage in recovery, start to understand myself and my brain, and go build a life that I never thought possible. I still feel like I'm living a pipe dream because it just doesn't make any sense to me, especially in the relatively short amount of time it's been since I was at that extremely low point and almost dead. That fascination of what changed, what was going on in my brain, and what we could do for other people like me and for the many millions of people living with such serious conditions that are deeply misunderstood and have very limited treatment options available. That fascination brought me into doing the research that I do. At the same time, my lived experience and the fact that I was compounded in my lack of access to treatment because of my identities, being a child of immigrants, South Asian, and not having the financial resources or the access or awareness and the stigma that exists pervasively that all kept me from getting the help I needed for so long. That really lit a fire under my ass to raise awareness for these conditions, especially OCD, and how disgustingly misrepresented it is broadly by the world. Even in psychiatry and neuroscience, it's completely grossly misunderstood, which leads to people not having access to treatment and community and help. My journey of misdiagnosis and a lack of proper care from 22 different clinicians over multiple decades and almost losing my life to it really lit a fire under my ass to raise awareness anywhere and everywhere I possibly could. So those two things coexisted and were born from my lived experience. Everything I do with my life all comes from what I've lived through and my story.